So here we are about 10 days after harvesting those plants, and I've gone out every couple days to show you the color curing process in the barn, and here you go. Hope you learned something that helps you. So the tobacco has been hanging here for either 2 or 3 days. You can already see we're getting color change. This is color curing. This is what we expect to see happen. It's going to start at the bottom of the plant, which is closer to the rafter, and work its way down to the ends. Tobacco plants typically ripen from the bottom to the top, which isn't really important in air cure tobacco, but it is important in the flue cure or Virginia tobaccos, because you actually harvest the leaves off of those plants as they ripen versus the air cure Burley plants, which you just harvest and hang the whole plant like we've done here. So I'll come out in a few more days and shoot this again, and we'll just try to keep track of this best we can. So here we are a few days later, getting a lot of color change going on. Some of them are actually getting dry and hard already. That's a good looking leaf right there. You can see the color change going on. Going from green to yellow, and then it'll go to the brown. We'll come back out in a couple days and see how it looks then. Thanks for watching. This is about day 6. You can see what's going on. We got nice color change in these leaves. Some of them have completed and they're a nice kind of goldy brown kind of color. I don't know why it works the way it does as far as this air cure, but this is basically the same thing that happens when you do flue curing in a controlled oven environment. The process we're seeing here is starch converting to sugar. I'll come back out in a couple days and shoot it again, and when it's all cured out, I'll tell you where we go from there. Alright, I've let this go on long enough that I'm going to go ahead and upload this video about curing these leaves. You can see that there's something pretty specific going on here. I hear people talking about people who run into trouble with this talk about drying their leaves. You're not just drying your leaves. There's something pretty specific going on here because of the east and west doors in this stuffy old barn. If you've ever been inside of a barn or a garage or whatever in the warm months and the air is real stuffy and you really just don't want to be in here, that's what your Burley air cure tobacco needs, that environment to make this happen. What we're doing is color curing these leaves. In flue cure varieties, Virginia, that is accomplished in a climate controlled barn, and you can also make that happen in an oven where there's a very specific temperature control situation going on for about a week, along with humidity control. Burley's not that particular, and a barn makes the right environment for these leaves to properly cure. In Turkish tobacco, there's a process that you do that involves bringing it out in the morning, putting it in the sun until noon. I don't remember the exact cycle, and you do that for a period of days to get your color cure. It's not just drying leaves. If you just dry your leaves by hanging them in your house or something like that, you're just going to have a bunch of dead leaves, and you're not going to get that real fullness of tobacco. You know, you're going to be disappointed in what you do. So anyway, that said, the next time that I show these leaves, they're all going to be dry and hard like this. And I can show you, these are crunchy to the touch. They make that noise when you touch them. And we're going to leave them alone. They're all going to be like that before long. This is about, I'd say day 10 of these hanging here. And the next time I touch them, it's going to be after they have all processed to the point that they are bone dry. And then there's going to be a big rain at some point, and these are going to take on humidity. And then I'll be able to handle them. That rain will either come, sometime in October, or it won't be until spring. Now hopefully it'll be in October, and I'll be able to take these leaves down and show you what I do next, and we'll move into fermentation from there. And this is what you have to do to get a decent tobacco product at home. I don't know about all this styrofoam box, humidity chamber stuff those guys do. Just like everybody else that learns to grow tobacco at home, that was the first stuff I came across, and it didn't take me long to realize that that had really nothing to do with tobacco as far as I could tell. I studied the history of tobacco to learn how it's actually done, and that's why I do it this way instead of I've never seen anybody get a happy result out of the styrofoam box thing, and I just don't know anything about it. I didn't study it, so you really can't ask me questions about that because I don't know. I make a pretty good tobacco. That Virginia that I did a few years in a row there to learn how to do this, that was some fine smoke. I expect this is going to be just fine too. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know when the next update on this will be. Like I say, it'll either be this coming October, here in a month or so, or it won't be until the spring, because it's going to be all about the air getting enough humidity in it to make these leaves nice and supple and able to handle them. So if I try to take these down when they're all dried out, they're just going to break up. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and happy smoking.